Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm alive. Okay, cool. Hi. Let me, Okay, cool. Everything's alright. Let me get my... Oh! Ah, yeah, there we go. Cool. Awesome. You haven't seen that in a while, have you? Okay, I'm drinking, like, a probiotic, stomach health drink right now, so if you hear me sipping, it's gross, and I'm like... If I make, like, if it looks like my VTuber's making a weird face, it's because I took a sip and I was like, ugh. Oh, that sucks. Ah. Ah, hell. Okay, cool. Alright, we're good. We're good, bud. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on the screen and we're gonna have a little discussion. I want to change it to a different song. This song sounds like I'm making, like, a video by saying it's like, hey, here's my top 10 reasons why, like, this game sucks, or whatever. Uh... Yeah, I actually like Narmaya's theme. I'm gonna play that for a little bit. Just thinking about it. That's really a character I could see myself learning. That would be fun. Okay. Let me open up. God, my thing is so messy. Oh, I found it. Screen capture. Cool. So we're gonna switch on over to the screen. Don't judge how many tabs I have open or whatever. Leave me alone. I was watching a movie yesterday. Oh wait, hold on. We could look at this. He has a cat. That's funny. Okay. Getting distracted. I actually got distracted for like half a second. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be listing it in like their respective, right? S. Okay. This is also S. The second one is also S. Then like A, B, and C. Okay. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Actually, there's a pretty good... Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Alright, so I'm gonna put on the online notepad. Alright, so what? Oh, man, not type. There we go. Okay. So there's like multiple criteria that I think like the top tiers have right now. We're gonna go through them. It's like 3 or 4 different things. Okay, so like the first one is like very obvious. High damage. They just most, if not all of the top tiers are high damage characters. So like that's a huge priority in this game right now. And then 2, I think like the top tiers, their Oki is just insane, and the reward they get goes back to point 1, which is high damage. 3, let's see. I'd say that 3 would probably be high damage, better Oki. Oh, 3, some form of reversal. Like, this one, again, there's some characters don't have a reversal, like any reversal. The fact that, like, these characters have, like, their own version of some form of reversal, but you also don't have to use ults. So you don't have to use, like, actual, like, meter that you would get for your SSBA. And I think the characters that have a reversal that doesn't fall in line with having it to be an ultimate are usually just kind of insane right now. So, fifth thing. Oh, this is going back to the number 4. They have better ults. Like, not every character has, like, the best ults in the game, but, like, the majority of their ults are, like, great. Like, better than other characters. If they have, like, one ult that's just better than, like, the entire, like, cast ults, like, that's a huge benefit. Like, I think Nier's, like, 2-2-U, Siegfried's 2-2-U. Like, those are, like, incredible. Like, that defines the game for me. And then, like, number 5. Oh. This is another huge one. Most of the best characters in the game just can carry you from mid-screen to the corner, or do huge damage from mid-screen, or, like, just better versions of tools that other characters have that just ends with, like, a simple knockdown and, like, doing their, like, simple Oki. Like, there are characters who, their mid-screen game just, like, can actually just kill you just as much as their corner game. And not every character has that. So we'll be using these 5 criteria to talk about, like, the top tiers. Because I think every character has one form of this, but the top tiers basically, across the board, have all 5. So, okay, let's get the elephant out of the room for the top 2, right? There we go. Number 1 and number 2. I wish I could make an argument for, like, why. Like, I wish I could downplay Nier, but, like, no, this character's out. But this character is so stupid. She is, like, she actually might just have the best reward across the entire cast. And I can't even lie about that. Like, off of her normals are insane range. Her specials are incredible. Her specials can link into each other. Like, granted, she has a little meter. Like, the fact that she can do all that is kind of really screwed up. Like, I actually think that Nier is just so solid. And, like, I think her only weakness is, like... And, like, I guess, like, by extension, like, the only weakness that Nier can really have is, oh, she can get grabbed out of her reversal, but her reversal's super fast. So it's like, she still got something from, like, the nerfs, you know? Her 2M is insanely long. Her sweep is insanely long. The fact that she can just go from her normals, like, right into her specials, right into mix, like, with cohesion, she doesn't have to sacrifice anything. She gets everything. She gets the damage, she gets the Oki, she gets the corner carry, like, she just gets everything in just, like, one combo. She really doesn't have to, like, sacrifice anything. Like, she doesn't have to think of, like, oh, do I do this ender so I can get, like, actually get Oki? It's like, no, you'll probably get Oki, you know? And just, like, the fact that her tools are so good, it's just, like, the threat of her existing is terrifying for a lot of people. Like, just any mix can just, like, lead into, like, a guess situation, and that can loop it into itself. At full screen, when you're getting in, there's always going to be, like, that little fear that, oh, if Nier, like, does, like, her M, like, 100 fist whatever charge, like, she can get away with it, like, just throwing stuff out, because, like, characters are so scared to call her out. Like, she's just so solid and neutral. It's, like, insane. I don't think she's, like, in her own tier. I don't think these 2 characters are in their own tier. But I do think Nier is the second best character in the game. I don't think there's really anything to argue. The only argument is, like, she has weird matchups, but the weird matchups are for characters that people don't really use, you know? Like, I could talk about, like, some of the frustrating aspects of, like, Fairy, but, like, who's playing Fairy, you know? Very little people are, like, competing with Fairy, so it's like, the character doesn't have as much, like, leeway to stop Nier, you know? If it was, like, Zeta effed up Nier, we can have that discussion, or, like, if, I don't know, like, 2B destroyed Nier, or, like, if like, any of the really, really good characters, like, destroy Nier, we can have a conversation that she's not where she is right now, but yeah. Okay, but yeah, no, Nier's great. I really am just hoping for Arxis to not do what they did in Season 2 of, like, original Granblue versus and just, like, nerf everything across the board. I think there is a lot of delicacy to her, and I think that's, like, one of her other defined things, right? That I think actually sets her apart from Siegfried, is that Nier does have a limited resource. It is a resource that, like, gives you, like, riches beyond dividends that you will ever experience, but, like, it is still a limited resource. Like, you have to at least open people up. Like, if you are not very successful, or if you're bad at meter management, you can actually get yourself killed, like, pretty easily with Nier. And I still think her normals are good when she's, like, without death, but she's, like, a very different character. I mean, I could make an argument, like, one of the nerfs they could do is, like, oh, maybe make the timer a little longer when you're out of, like, death meter, you know, like, as a little punishment for burning all your meter. But, like, just, like, nothing like, oh, she can't, like, combine 3 specials into each other anymore. She has to only choose 2. Like, that would suck. That would actually suck. I don't want them to, like, mess with her combo routes because she's such a fun character. But that's where I am. I just hope they keep her fun. Siegfried's really good. I guess that's it. No, Siegfried's really good. Huge damage, obviously. He checks... Oh, we forgot to do a little factor. Yeah, huge damage. He does have amazing Oki. He has a reversal. He has multiple amazing ults. He has amazing mid-screen. Like, the character, like, literally can just gatekeep almost the entire roster. Like, he could just, like, literally just gatekeep the whole roster and just say, okay, like... Alright, I'm just gonna put down my little medium fireball, like, on the screen, and now you just have... You're forced to play my neutral. Like, they, like, across the board, with, like, a couple of exceptions, when Siegfried puts his M fireball on the ground, you just are forced to... You are forced to play his neutral. And then he also has an ultimate fireball, and then an EX fireball, and all of those are good for different reasons. And the fact that he can combo off of fireball is really good. One of his ultimates, he can, like, literally go from one end of the screen to the other end in that little rush thing, like, that literally is just an ult, you know? Like, if he has 50 meter and you have him in the corner, if he confirms into his ultimate, or I guess maybe randomly throws it in, he will actually be able to take you from one end of the screen into the other, and now you're just forced to guess. Like, you're in the corner now. It's now his game. He has an unblockable setup. That's really good. Like, you can't just throw his unblockable, but the fact that he has one is still not to be understated. His ultimate fireball is really good. He has a really good reversal. Like, his DP is mad good. He also can do damage buffs with his dragon mode. Like, with dragon install, I guess. Like, literal dragon install. It's just like... Man... Like, this character is just... He's just so solid. It's just... It's hard to contest on if there's anything Siegfried has that is, like, bad or lacking. I don't think he actually has any defined weaknesses. I think every single thing he has works as intended and works in dividends. And, oh, by the way, he has great normals, too. Like... It just, I guess, like, the only weakness you could say about Siegfried is if you accidentally do the dragon install super, and I've done that before multiple times in Nier, and it's, like, the worst feeling in the world because you lose the entire death meter, and then Siegfried, again, loses his precious 100 meter, so. That's, like, I guess the only weakness you could say. Alright, let's, I guess let's just work from number 1, then, on this thing. Gron, I think, is A. I think Gron is just good. Like, there's not a lot to say. Very safe, very good buttons. Hey man, he still has 5H. He can't be a bad character. No, that's not true. He was actually a bad character in Granblue versus for a while, even when he had that. Sorry, 5U. I believe it's 5U. Whichever button it is where he like swings his arm like in a circle. Like that one is mad good. Yeah. Let's see. I will say that, yeah, Gron, he's just good. He has good ultimates. His ultimates are solid. He has good Oki. And yeah, he does have a lot of damage. Like, Gron hits like a truck. Well, yeah. that's basically all you can really say about Gron. It's just he's all around solid, and he has really good damage, and he still has the patented boot. His ultimates are still really good. I think he's still a character that, like, I don't really enjoy fighting. Like, you know, you sometimes get those free-to-play Grons online, and they're just, like, better than you, like, in every way, and if you start feeling a little self-conscious because you're like, oh, this guy didn't pay any money. They're like, just sitting on their PlayStation, they're like, oh, this has a free-to-play version. I suppose I'll play this. I don't want to spend too much money on it. And he's like, and they just destroy you. They're just better than you at everything, and you're just like thinking, I paid $50 for this. Actually, I paid $70 because I bought the Battle Pass, or Season Pass as well. Yeah, no. That character makes me so self-conscious about myself. So Kat, I think, is also now an A. If you asked me last patch, I thought she was, like, the mid to top of B. I think she kind of sucked. But she has better ultimates. The ranges are better now. She actually doesn't, like, super push you back. It was really annoying. Her just, like, U button is... It's okay. I saw, like, the balance patch thing that Arx has posted, and it seems they are buffing it, but it's like, I think some of her moves just don't have good cohesion. I think they can make her, like, her lights have longer range. That's, like, always been an issue with Kat, is that her light buttons, like, are really questionable. I think, like, it's very frustrating, especially when you compare her to, like, other characters who... like, I guess, like, we could just say Siegfried, like, they don't seem to have a lot of problems getting, like, a cohesion into their pressure, where Kat kind of struggles. There's gaps in her move list, and I think, like, the best thing they can just do at the end of the day is just make her more consistent. Like, just let her press her, like, I don't know, her light and be able to just, like, get, like, I don't know, a lunge. Like, maybe not make it so, like, spacing dependent just for, like, a light confirm, but that's just me yapping, you know? There's a lot they can do with the character. It's just, I think, some things could be better. I still think she's really good, though, now. I think she's still, like, a little underground, but I don't think she's bad anymore. I thought she was, like, mediocre in the last patch, but now I think she's pretty good. Charlotta. I think Charlotta is also A. I think she's pushing B. Like, if you tell me if there was, like, a B+, I'd put her in B+, but I don't think she's that different from, like, the rest of the latter half of the A's. Okay ults. Yeah, her ults are okay. She is a little bit simple, I think. Just the fact that she has, like, an little air grab, like a silly little air grab, like, that's, like, fine and all, and she can combo off of one of them, and that's pretty cool. I just think the issue at the end of the day is that she's, like, no, I think, like, it's like, she's kind of basic, and she doesn't do that much damage, and she has to put you in a vortex, basically, and you have so many guesses, and it's like, if she gets hit by a reversal, she's just knocked down, and then her game's over, and she does have, like, a reversal. I think it's, like, one of the lesser good ones. Like, it's like, it ain't no Zeta, it ain't no Nier. Like, it's like, whatever. It's fine. It's good that she has one, but it's not, like, amazing. But she does have, like, solid ults. So, yeah, she is the last good, like, solid character, you know? Over here, B tier, I think they're just, like, they're fine. They're good. They're good-ish. But, like, at the end of B tier, it's like, I don't know anymore. I think Anila is better than Charlotta. I think she now actually is scary at mid-screen, because she actually can do huge damage. I really like her 2U. It's really fun doing that button. She has really good confirms now. That was the biggest issue that she had in the last patch, was she just didn't have a mid-screen game. Now she does have a mid-screen game, and the mid-screen game leads her to a lot of damage. I don't think her Oki is as good as, like, these characters. I think that's, like, the big defining thing, is that their Oki is just, like, in a different class than, like, Anila's. Anila's pretty good at being lame, too. She's actually kind of an annoying matchup for Nier, believe it or not, because she could just poke Nier away. And, oh, that was another weakness I wanted to mention about Nier. It's, like, not as huge, but it's still annoying, where she can get lamed out, but it's like from characters that kind of suck. And with like Anila, it's not that big of a deal, you know? You could stay if you get it on Anila, she still will like melt her health, but it's just harder. You know, I think it is actually a little bit in Anila's favor, like a slight bit, but yeah. Yeah. I think Anila is very good. She has pretty good supers as well. Oh, she has one of the best ultimates. The one with the 3 sheep that go into section. That ultimate is legit so good. Like, it is so good. It is such a good chip ultimate. Like, if someone is, like, right next to death and they're, like, in chippable range, it's like, oh my goodness. Like, that is, like, such a stressful situation to be with her. And she does have a DP, so, like, if you try to jump it and go towards her, she'll probably just, like, DP you, or even, like, her 2H. Like, you'll just get smoked. Like, good luck. Yeah, no, pretty good character. I like where she is right now. I think maybe she might be around... I might say she's a little better than Cat. Just a little. So Lancelot is the 3rd best character. That character has some insane mix, right? Like, I just think that the mix that he just has is just so good, and it's from, like, any range of the screen. He can actually go from mid-range to, like, the corner and keep comboing you until he builds enough meter for a super, and then do super, and then, like, half your health is gone. Like, this character is so screwed up, and it's crazy. Like, I guess, like, the challenging thing you can say is that, like, he's harder than the rest of the top tiers, I guess, but, like, come on. He just does such good mix, and it's really hard to even mash your reversal through them. He has so many setups. He has so many safe jumps. His buttons are good. He can bait you and do his, like, standing H, and then get a counter hit state, and then he just puts you in another loop. Also, this game has a rule where your combo limit, right? You have a combo limit. It fills up slower with the more grounded moves you do. It only starts, like, speeding up when you're doing, like, air combos. So, a character you might notice that is with Beatrix, where with one of her combos, if you pop them in the air before you, like, do all the ground routes, you can't finish the combo. Like, the combo's over. So, like, air routes end up, making the combo meter go higher. But because Lancelot's specials are all on the ground, like, his entire strings are mostly based on the ground, oh, goodness gracious. I keep getting hit by this dude, and then he resets, and then his meter builds back up, and then his meter goes to 100, and then you're just dead. It's like, he's, like, legitimately one of the scariest characters in the game. Like, yeah, I think he's the most toxic top tier, if you ask me. Him or Nier, like, these two are so toxic. Just, like, Siegfried's only crime is that he's just good at everything. Like, these two are built on being toxic. Percival's fine. Like, here. I actually think he's maybe worse than Charlotta. Not a lot to say. His gimmicks are not good, like, compared to the rest of these characters. Like, his gimmicks are, like, okay. I might even, like... Yeah, I might, actually. Yeah, B. He does high damage under certain circumstances. He does have that meme route where he, like, charges up his flames and then just like, drains it all. Like, that's funny. But there's not a lot of situations where he can, like, go into that, so I don't know. Like, he's okay. He has okay specials. His ultimates are, like, fine. Like, everything he does is just, like, fine. He doesn't have anything bad. He has a reversal, so that can't be all bad. But yeah, no, I think he's, like, fine. He doesn't have as much representation either as some of these other characters, so there's always a conversation that the character is, it's just other characters do what he does better, so people are focusing more on it, like Siegfried, you know? I can understand that. I would do the same thing. If I was a Percival main myself, I'd probably be playing Siegfried right now, but that's not, like, the people playing Percival are still really good. Anytime I play a Percival player, they're really solid and just very good at the game, so... But, like, the character just feels like he kind of missed a memo on how broken, like, your ultimates can be. And he's, like, he just has, like, it's, like, good. Good enough. Alright, yeah. End of A tier, maybe. Beginning of beginning of B. She is, she has good ultimates, actually. I think she has pretty good ultimates. There is a meta of, like, being able to dodge her stuff, but she's actually kind of scary for Nier, for me, at least. I play against really good Ladivas, and she's kind of really annoying for Nier. Anytime I play against a Ladiva in a tournament, I always kind of, like, I'm like, oh, really? Okay. Like, I don't particularly love the matchup, but she has good buns. She has good buns. Just good buns. Yeah, they're good. I was about to oversell them. She has good buttons. Her SPD game is not as rewarding as other grapplers of, like, the same, like, archetype, you would say, right? Like, SPDs are supposed to, like, scare you from sitting still, but when Ladiva does it, the only thing that becomes scary is when she starts looping it. Like, that's when it becomes scary, because you start, like, seeing, like, health ticking away. But it's not, like, huge. It's not like, oh my god, I just got SPD by a Ladiva. I really have to think about, like, the next setup, you know? Like, they're just, like, there, and if you have, like, an invincible DP, that's, like, also scary for her, because then she gets knocked down, and she's not really good at reversing. You know what? There we go. Probably I should put her at the beginning of B. But, yeah, she's fine. I like where she is. They can make her better, though. If they put her here, I think she'll be fine. Okay, for selfish reasons, I don't want her here. I remember when this guy, Vasaraga, was here, and it pissed me off. I do not want that. I'm not into that. But, yeah. Let's see. We'll save Matera for last. Oh yeah, no worries. I'm just talking. I'm probably gonna upload it on YouTube as well. I'm gonna take a sip. Okay. Let's see. Luane's actually good. I think Luane's good. He's really good at being annoying. He gets to, like, lame you out super easily and just give you a really bad day. I don't really love whenever Luane is really toxic, but Yggdrasil kind of got worse because we're not playing on delay anymore. So that super was kind of horrible to play on delay because it was like a rhythm game. But now that it's like not on delay, it's like there's just a pattern. His other super also you can kind of pattern it out. Like both supers are a risk. Like he's not guaranteed the damage. Like he's not guaranteed high damage. It's really hard to get into situations where you're like, okay, you're going to have to, like, take X amount of damage. Like, his damage is mostly implied and it builds up. And that's, like, more of an investment than, like, other characters. So I think, like, that's, like, kind of what still holds him back a little bit, but he has really good neutral with his brothers. Like, it's really annoying because he can have, like, a brother come up and then, like, he holds parry and it's like, oh, no, I baited it, but then when I went to go punish it, his brother, like, jumped on me or whatever. It's really annoying. I don't like it. Yeah. Good character. Good character. Fairy's okay. Kind of a fall from grace. I remember when Fairy was, like, here. Like, when she had, like, some of the best mix in Granblue 1.0, and then she also, like, had a reversal for some inexplicable reason. Yeah. But I think Fairy's, like, okay. I think she's, like, fine. She can still mix you, but the issue is, like, she has to, like, navigate from, like, so many ranges, and her reward isn't even that high. Like, she's, like, she can be annoying and just, like, play keep away, but, like, once you get in on her, you can just bully her. Like, she is... Like, the game she also plays, like, the mix she plays, it's like, okay, oh, cute little mix, I guess, haha. And then Nier's just like, haha, cute little mix, but Nier's mix, like, takes away, like, 40% of your health, and Death is standing right next to you, and I have a little bit of meter left. Like, it's like the reward Nier gets, it's like, it's not even in the same conversation. It is paltry. A paltry sum to Nier's amassed fortunes. So, I think she's, like, fine. She does good damage. I think, like, her ultimates are also, like, okay. She can have a couple of those ults. Like, the swirling one can combo into, like, okay damage, but it's, like, it's again just not as good as other characters. She's just outclassed by the whole roster at this point, but she's not bad. She can still run her game plan. Zeta, she's in the stop downplaying category. I think she's an S tier character. I think Zeta's so good. I see so many Zeta players downplaying her. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see the vision. If they want to, like, say you play Nier, I'd be like, okay, yeah, fine, fair enough. But, like, I still think, like, I think Zeta's really good. I don't really see the weaknesses so much. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't see it. Like, she does astronomical damage with her ultimates. They are links. They are complicated links. I will give him that. Like, it is, if you drop it, it sucks. It really sucks, because you just spent, like, 50 bar. That does suck for a kind of challenge, a pretty challenging link. It's not kind of challenging, it is challenging. I think I think all of her specials are good. I think her EX Fireball is good. I think her parry is good. I think her pogo bounce is good. She has really good ultimates. I do think it does kind of suck that she does have to spend a gem to do, like, her corner carry. That is kind of annoying. I will give it that. That does kind of suck. But I still think she is so good, though. That damage, all those tools that she has at her disposal, like, she's very solid at every range and really good at close range. I think this character rocks. I think she's like right here, like at the end of S tier, but I still think she's really good. Bub, I think I'm gonna put Bub at, like, I think he's better than Charlotta. He's really good at being annoying. I think the bottom row of characters, with the exception of Nier, are just good at trolling you and just making you hate being here, like, playing the game. Like, you're like, man, I wish I was playing Street Fighter or something. Like, he's, like, really good at trolling people. He has good, like, ground control. He has a dive kick. It's not half bad. It's like, it can get called out, though. I don't think it's, like, incredible, but, like, I think it's still pretty, it's solid enough. I think it's fine. Good damage. He has a couple good ultimates. I think the one where he spins rapidly, that one's really good. I think very highly of that ultimate. His projectile is patterned. It is also based on, like, it is based on you overcommitting. He, like, one of his ultimates, it's air unblockable. So if you jump in the air, you get smacked. And he could do it repeatedly. So he kind of forces you to stay on the ground because of that. And he could just do it from full screen. So that's really good. He's really good at space control. I will give him that. He has two really good supers. The orb thing is really annoying. Yeah, very good character. Very trolly. I think maybe better than Cat, or the funny thing is, I think Cat is, like, the ultimate, like, she is the goodest character. Like, she is in good tier. Like, she is, like, the standard. She is, like, the Ryu standard. If you're, like, better than Cat, you're a noteworthy good Cat. If you're less good than Cat, I think you're good, but, like, you could be better. Like, it's like, come on, you can do a little better. I think it's better than Cat. Narmaya, I think, is very good. I think Narmaya has a very solid ult. She has a good side switch. She's one of the characters that actually forces you to remember that you have a block button. Like, you actually have to hold the block button against her. Like, don't try to be weird. Like, just don't try to be weird about it. Like, and be like, I block the traditional way of holding back. Like, you actually should probably hold the block button. It actually takes away a dimension of the mix. Instead of playing 3D chess, you're now playing 2D chess, you know? Like, just use the block button. Good damage. Her stance changes are pretty solid. Like, her stance change 2H into stance stage does so much damage. It's really good. Probably one of the most solid characters in the roster. I think she is like almost at S. Like she's climbing there, but I don't think she's there yet. But just very solid. Getting in on her is like, you have to think about it. You can't just like go, oh, okay. I'm just gonna jump in on Narmaya, or I'm just gonna run into her. Like, she has good range with her stance change. Like, she can change into a stance that has long range, and it works. She has like high damage 2H. It's kind of, or is it 2H? One of her buttons is like very slow, but it does so much damage, and it comes from like the stance change, and it's so good. We love to see it. It might just be your 2H. I might be making stuff up because I haven't played this character. I just know how I fight them. Yeah, just really good. I really like where she is in the roster right now. Soares. I think Soares is good. Kind of a meme character. He does meme damage. You can do like his ultimate from full screen, and I got hit by it a lot when I first played the game, but it's really not that big of a deal. It's kind of like Narmaya forcing you to use the block button. Soares forces you to like time your dodges. If you can time your dodge against Soares' ult, he'll just completely whiff, and then you just punish him for free. Like, it's just like literally just use a universal mechanic that doesn't cost anything, and Soares like is like, ah. Like, good damage, though. Very good damage. Pretty good super. It's an install super. Install supers are a little hit and miss in this game. More miss than hit. Like, these two's install supers I don't think are great. I think Nier's is actually actively bad for her. There's just so many better ways of using her super. Sorry, I'll stop talking about Nier. But, pretty good. Like, his dash punch is kind of like... The range on his dash punch is, like, way lower than you think it is. Like, you think the dash punch is gonna have a huge space? No, it doesn't. He's just good, though. He's good. I think he's definitely, like, a hair worse than Cat, but I don't think she's, like... Or, sorry, he's, like, too, far off from being good. I think he's kind of a toxic character, if I'm being honest. Like, you can kind of just meme on people. His armor is pretty good, though. Like, his armoring... He can armor, but that's like where the meme game comes. It's like, oh, just gonna hold armor the whole time, or just gonna keep trying to hit you with the ult. Like, they will just start mashing the ult, and that's kind of like, it's kind of really annoying to navigate, but it's not like a hard challenge, it's just annoying. But he's good though. I think like if he was like here, I don't think I'd like the game very much. Knock on wood, he isn't. Because like, I think he's like really annoying. Okay. She rocks. You know all the positive things I said about Gran? She embodies it a little better. Little better damage, better Oki, way better corner carry. Like, her corner carry is insane. You think to yourself, oh, this child can't, like, corner carry me from halfway and just straight into the corner on so little resources, and she's like, hey, watch me. Like, her corner carry is so good. Like, it's so good. She maybe has, like, some of the best corner carry in the game. If not the best. I think it's, like, either her or him or her. Okay, like, all four of these, you can make an argument on who has the best corner carry, but... Yeah, no, she's just really good damage. Corner game is really good. Her Oki is excellent. Like, excellent Oki. Excellent damage. Has a great reversal. Has a great ult. Multiple great ults. Amazing mid-screen neutral with amazing corner carry. Like, I think corner carry can also put, like... We'll put corner carry as well. I actually think that... Corner carry. Like, I think, like, all four of these characters so far, man. 5 characters. I think all of these characters may be a little better at corner carrying than her, but, like, they're still... so good. Cagliostro, I think, is on, like, the top end of the good characters. She is, like, one step right under here. Like, almost. Like, she would be, like, an A+ character or an S- character. I think this character is so good. If I make, like, an S-, I'd put her here. Oh, whoops. I put her here. But, like... Yeah, no. Cagliostro is mad good. Just one of the zoners who's actually good at zoning you out. Her little gadgets are really good. If they nerf Vegeta hard, I'm going to be in big trouble. That's what I said about Nier. If they nerf Nier hard, I'm gonna go to like the next strongest character. I don't care. I'm a top tier enjoyer. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, no, Cagliostro, just one of the zoners who actually can zone you out. Like, if you ask Fairy to zone you out, it's like, oh, I'll eventually get it on Fairy. Cagliostro can actually just have rounds where she starts putting, like, her little gadgets around and forcing you to approach her. Like, there are answers. Like, one of the answers I found pretty successful, just walking forward and blocking. And just, like, taking the block, because it doesn't chip that much, but it's still really annoying. She has a reversal. Like, one of her weaknesses, I guess, is that she doesn't have, like, a defined reversal. Like, her reversal is locked behind ult, and it is also punishable in a weird way. So I'd say, like, since she doesn't have, like, some form of reversal like that, like, her some form of reversal requires ult meter. So she's, like, that's his thing holding her back. I don't think her damage payout is as huge as these bugs. Like, her damage is fine. It's good. It is very good and solid. It's not noteworthy. Yeah, hell, even, like, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 on the A tiers, I think, like, would have a conversation about doing better damage. But I think Cagliostro is more, like, consistent. I think that's the thing that defines her, is just she's just solid and consistent. Can't really go wrong with her. Really good character. Hi! I hope you're having a great day, too. Let me see. Zoe is, like, weird. She's, like... No, I think she's better than, Barry. I think she might be better than... Zoe has one good ultimate, and it's an arrow unblockable. Her dragon being limited to only one kind of hurts her a lot. She cannot maintain pressure as good as other characters. She seems like she has to constantly be going into phases to start her pressure. Like, her pressure just doesn't go into itself intuitively. Like, none of these characters in the upper end have that issue. They're just like, they just go straight into their pressure and then get the straight damage. Zoe has to, like, build her shield meter. She has to be positioned correctly. She has to make sure her dragon's, like, she doesn't mistime the dragon thing, which is like easier than I'd like to believe. Like, it looks like it's actually quite hard to do Zoe combos. She does have Sidewinder loops in the corner. That's funny. These I feel like Granblue Fantasy, they might be fans of other fighting games. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, she's really good though. I like her. But really good. She's like, I like her, but like she's just missing stuff. She just has to do more work than everyone else. Do I think like a 2-dragon solution could help her? I don't know. And that's why I'm not balancing the game, but I do know that the current game, she's not as threatening. There might be some matchups where she could be like annoying, but it's not a big deal. Her 6-6C is punishable on block. That kind of sucks, but it's like, it has armor. It used to be like a call out for 6XL when 6XL was really stupid. Yeah. But yeah, no, she's fine. She's okay. Okay, stop downplaying Belial. This character's so screwed up. I might even, you know what? I'm gonna be spicy. Belial's better than Zeta. Stop downplaying the Belial. This character is so screwed up. I'm living in a reality now where people like are telling me, oh, Belial actually needs a little bit of help. I'm like, excuse me? Are you telling me these 5 years of Belial being like the #1 menace on the street? How long has it actually? No, it wasn't 5 years. These like hello? These 2 years where Belial was like the #1 menace on the streets? You're telling me like that was fine? That's fine, but heaven forbid Belial now has weaknesses and somewhat troubling matchups, like matchups where he's forced to like play his neutral in a certain way. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, oh, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. My bad. Like, it's like mentally draining fighting this character. Every time I fight Belial, I consider every remote favor interaction to be a win. He's so tough. Exactly. his reward is so good. He literally, after his Oki, is so good. That command grab is so annoying. He has a really good fireball. He can angle his fireball. It's not as good as Granblue Versus 1.0, or 2.0. I will agree. I can agree. It's not as good as it used to be. His ultimates are not on the same level of broken like the other S tiers are, I would say. But, like, his just Oki is so good. His damage is so good. His supers are so good. This character is so good. Like, I hate this reality we live in. I feel like I'm living in a reality where people are telling me, nah, man, this character, he might need some help. Like, what are you talking about? Like, these characters, these 6 characters so far, they should not be, like, you should not feel any sympathy for them. You should not. If I say, oh, man, I wish Nier's DP, since it doesn't, like, combo anymore, I wish it would just, like, not get grabbed. You can tell me to shut the hell up, Nier main. I'd have to say, okay, sorry. This character's so annoying. I want to put her, like, here, but she's definitely B+, so if I had a B+, she would be there. Yeah, she's pretty good at juking in and out. Pretty alright ults. Her ults are, like, fine. She's not really noteworthy. She, like, her thing is she's kind of like almost like a cami function where she kind of goes in and out with spacing, and she can go. She has a good anti-air. The spin she does. I don't know what she's trying to do, but, like, that's pretty good. That's good anti-air. Her corner game is really good, but I think the issue is just she's just irritating. I think most of these characters, like, can get irritated. I think all these characters, every character in the game, can, maybe not Fairy as much, but, like, can get irritated by her. When she was really good, like, when she was being talked up a lot, I put her, like, at the top of A, but I think, like, right now, she's, like, bottom of A or top of B. I want to say bottom of A, actually. I don't think she's, like, in a place where she really needs help, but her approaches are a little bit more difficult than the rest of the cast, I think. But I don't think she has the same, like, consistency problems as, like, Ludiva. Like, B tier, I think you're just inconsistent is an issue. I might even humor putting Ludiva at the end of A, but I don't know. I wish there was a B. I wish I had a B+ tier, because then I put her there, I put her there, I put him there, maybe him and her. Yeah. These 3 girls and this guy, yeah, they could go in that tier. Okay. He's, like, fine. I don't have a lot of experience against him, funny enough, but from the little, he's definitely not popular for a reason. If he was really good, I don't think anyone, like, thinks he's like a Lalafell, a wise old Lalafell. Sorry, I'm making a Final Fantasy XIV comparison, but he's like a Lalafell. And he's like, ah, oh, yes, I am older and wiser than everyone else. I don't think anyone finds that character trait endearing, but they do find the endearing trait to be like, ah. Like, his endearing traits are probably, like, not that much, but, like, people might be like, ah, this character's so cool if he actually, like, was really good in the game, right? Like, his personality is not getting him picked, you know? I could say, like, I know people who pick Charlotta because they find her charming, and, like, her, like, having a lot of overconfidence is, like, people find that charming. I don't, but, like, other people do, so they may pick her even though they notice her weaknesses, right? But, like, I think him not having a lot of personality and then also not being very noteworthy just is one of the reasons why he's, like, one of the lowest picked characters in the roster. But that's just my theory, though. I think, yeah, no, he's okay. I don't really have much to say about him. Eustace, I would argue, is, like, at the top of B or bottom of A as well. I should really just make a B+ tier, I think. Yeah, I feel like if I keep saying this character would be in B+, I should make it. I have to, right? Let's just make a B+. If I'm gonna keep dancing around it, I might as well, right? And add it, because I do think there's, like, 2 C2 characters. So, yeah, these are like the B-boys. B-boy, B-girl, B-boy, B-girl, B-plus girl, B-plus boy, B-plus girl, B-plus boy, B-plus girl. Oh, this looks like way better, actually. Yeah, no, that's actually this looks way better. So yeah. I think, yeah, no, this is definitely the wave now. So yeah, if you're like in B tier, I think you're just like, you're fine. You're fine. B plus, it's like, oh, you're so close to being with the A boys, the A people, but you're just like missing a few tools to put yourself above there. I think B plus is like a fair. I don't feel comfortable giving like Ladiva an A, you know. And yeah, 6 is still really good. I'm gonna call him 6 because people are gonna be like, oh, you're pronouncing it weird. I'm just gonna say 6 because it's based on a number, so 6 is really good. His ultimate, where he lunges across the screen and spins up around you like Wolverine, is really good. He has a parry that's really good. He links into things very good. He has really good damage. He can navigate around full screen, mid screen, and close quarters really well. He is very easy. Maybe the easiest top tier in terms of like getting, and like his skill floor is really low. That character is just really good. Yeah. I think Vera's really good. I don't want to put her here yet. Like, I think she's, like, teetering. If there was, like, an S- tier, that'd be Vera's spot, but that's too many tiers, then. Vera's really good. When she goes into the Super Vera mode, or Luminera, or whatever, she has pretty solid mix. Her range is surprisingly really good. Like, her range is really potent. I like how she can basically go from special to special and hit you across, like, mid-screen. Like, she has a good carry. Like, if she's in the corner, she has a good carry. She can do Wake Up Super and then be able to combo off of that. The fact that she can combo after Super is really charming. Very solid. God, I sound like a politician. Very solid. I think there's just... characters are all solid. The better characters than her are all really solid, but have a little bit more. I think she is very well in the discussion. If someone tells me she's an S tier, I'd believe it. But I think her, just how solid she is from mid-screen in the corner, when she transforms into Luminera, and then her specials are really good, her damage is really good, everything's good. This character kind of sucks. TBH. Definitely a B tier character. He's not as good as he was in one version. He was like top 5 in one version of the game, and I hated it. His armor is really annoying to navigate around depending on the character that you play, but he has to constantly interrupt the pace of the match to put on armor, which is such a pace killer compared to other characters. Like, he has to always knock someone down and then be like, okay, I'm gonna put on my armor, so he can go, like, and do his specials with good armor. And that really kills his Oki game. It's a very unfortunate circumstance he has put himself in. He's thinking to himself, oh man, I think it's really annoying that I have to constantly be putting all this work into just putting on armor and then ruining my own Oki. And full screen, it's kind of just a really bad pacing killer. His pacing is so bad. I don't know. It's just... He's not very good right now. I don't like it when he's top tier, but he's not in a very good place. If he manages to corner you as Vasaraga, or if people manage to corner you as Vasaraga, things get really tough. That's true. He does have good corner game. But that's like a thing everyone has, you know? It's not really special. Like, these characters may not have very good corner game, but, like, everyone from, like, from UL, no, actually from Tim, Eustace, all the way up. have very good corner game. Wait, when did I put uses here? I'll get back to him. Yeah, he's really slow. Being slow is really crappy in this game if you don't have a high damage count for it, you know? Him being really slow, just his pacing is so bad compared to everyone else. He's like fine. He does high damage, and I think high damage is what carries him here and not here. If his damage was worse, he'd be here. He would be here. But the fact that he has good damage is like, okay. Okay. Okay, he's better than these two, actually. Yeah, okay. This is like where the That's Rough Buddy arc starts. Yeah, I think better than Zoe. Like, this is the That's Rough Buddy. Like, that's the arc. My friend, my close friend, he plays Vasaraga. He's my training partner, and I had a talk with him after Evo. I actually had a talk with him. I was like, "Bud, you gotta stop playing Vasaraga." Like, I had like the talk you would have like with your close friend when you discover like they're like eating too much candy, or I guess I don't know. Like, it's like I had to have an intervention with them. I had to be like, "Bud, you really gotta stop playing this character. This character is holding you back. This character stinks. He does look cool, but man, does he stink." It's so sad. Alright. Avatar Belial, I hate his guts. He's like bottom of B+. He's so good to troll with. Every time I play against an Avatar Belial online, I always feel like I'm getting trolled somehow. Some of them make it very obvious, so some of them are like teabagging, and I'm like, okay, I think I can get what you're doing to me. But some of them just like do like just special into special into special into special into special, and they're not even like going into super, even though you have such little health. Like, but if you went into super, I wouldn't have to be here for like 20 seconds just watching this. This sucks, you know? You just like you just are like sitting there with your hand under your chin, just waiting for the round to be over because you know he's going to be able to kill you, but he chose not to do super, so you just have to sit there and watch for 30 seconds, and you're like, oh god, please. He's like Carmine, where he hurts himself to hurt you. He can kill himself just as much as he kills you. Literally, there have been so many times where he puts me in a guess situation, but just before the interaction, he did a really long combo string that gave him really little health. So I was like, oh, he guessed wrong on his mix, and then I killed him. The fact that he has to, like, actively, like, take away his own health really sucks. But it's really funny, and he deserves it because he's such a troll. I hate this character. Like, I hate Belial. Why did people think I want another Belial, but with horns this time? I hate it. And his shirt off, and people are like, freaking A, man, we gotta have more Belial in this game. No, shut up. Stop. Stop. This dude is okay. Yeah, he's like B+. Like, he's fine. He's okay. No, he's pretty good. I forgot his name, actually. Let me look it up real quickly. Let me just look up his name. I actually forgot his name. Grimnir. Yeah, Grimnir. I forgot his name. I was trying to say Anula. I was like, that's not right. That's the sheep girl who's like Terry Bogard. He's alright. When he has you in the corner, he can hurt you a lot. Like, mid-screen, his mix is not as scary as you would think. Like, you see all the little win things, but it's so committal. He is such a committal character that you don't have to worry too much. But he does good damage. His specials are pretty good. He has a little tornado he can put in front of you, and it makes certain matchups a little annoying against him. But yeah, no, good character. Lucy. Actually, I've changed my mind. There we go. Lucy's pretty good. I think he's much better than he was. Again, a lot of characters that have to rely on resources to get their game started usually struggle a little bit more. Resource character, resource character, resource character, resource character, resource character, resource character, resource character. You see what I mean? Like, characters that have to, like, rely on their resources to get their game started usually have to spend a part of the match getting ready to fight other characters, and that's a little hard for the boy. And I hate it. I hate that for him. But he has a pretty good teleport. The teleport you can anti-air though, 2H. It is a bit of a mental stack looking for the teleport, but not that much. So I think the Scythe is actually a really good fireball, but again, he has to spend the beginning of the round building his resources. If he didn't have to build resources, he'd be like here. Like here. Like, but the fact that he has to build resources kind of sucks. Yeah, I feel a little bad for him. So, right over here is fine. Oh. There we go. There we go. Sorry. It's just... I keep kind of changing my mind. I think this is better. I think this is better. Stop downplaying 2B! This character's effed up! If they kept the character the same from when she first came out, I actually think that this character would be like here. Like if they didn't nerf her. Like she would be so stupid. But they nerfed her resource replenishment. I think they kind of had a bad feeling, but I don't think it was like that bad. I don't think she was like broken, but this character is so good. We could have had a conversation that her 6XL not existing compared to other characters is kind of like, that kind of deterred from her, but 6XL got a universal nerf on range. So you know who benefits from 6XL getting their universally nerfed? This character. She can whiff or confirms. Like, she can, like, literally whiff full screen and, like, still combo into it. You know what I mean? She can still do a block string while you're not blocking. It's so screwed up. She has really safe and good tools in the corner. She can force you to guess in ugly ways because it's like, oh, man, this character, like, knocked you down. Now I gotta guess for overhead. Now I gotta guess for... Oh, I tried a reversal, but she floated, and now my reversal missed. You know, like, the fact that she has, she can float is so good. She has a double jump. She has a double jump and a float, and she can whiff her normals. Like, the stuff that she gets across the board compared to other characters is really good. And it's just, yeah, 6XL was, like, the defining thing to put her here. But I actually think that with other characters universally losing their 6XL range, she actually ended up, like, getting power crept up to the top. I think this character is... I think this is where the top tiers actually end. This is the end of the top tiers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there are 8 characters who are in top tier. And I think these 8 characters share the same line. But yeah, no, 2B is so good. I also fight some really good 2B players on a weekly basis, and they're, like, I've gotten beaten up the last couple times. But, yeah. No, this character is so good. She's so good. Beatrix, I want to put her here. I wish there was an A+. Like, I'll put her... You know what, I'll put her, like, here for now. I'm not gonna, like, she doesn't, I don't think Beatrix players are downplaying her. I think she is, like, right here. She used to be, if you ask me, I thought she was here, or here. But the nerfs did actually end up hurting her. But, you know, I'm putting her at the top of A. Honestly, yeah, just top of A. I think the nerf did actually end up hurting her, though. She doesn't have the stupid guessing anymore, and you can make that argument that, like, maybe it was a little too stupid, and I'd be like, yeah, sure. I didn't think she needed an emergency balance patch, honestly. I don't think any characters in this roster need an emergency balance patch. I think Beatrix's damage is still really insane. I think her corner loops still, like, just you're losing half your health or more, bud. You get touched by her, you get tapped by her, you're like you're breathing for life. It's over. Her damage after confirm, the fact that she has the guessing game where she can do charge fireball, and then if she confirms it, she can do 5L, and then confirm that into something else. That's so good. Great specials. I just wish her 2-2U was not punishable on block. That's a bit much, you know? Like, the fact that this guy is safe on so many of his moves that you would think would be punishable, like, but heaven forbid her ride the ground thingy. Like, heaven forbid, y'all. Heaven forbid that move is good, right, you guys? I think it's, like, still fine. It's a good call-out move. I think it's a good call-out move against zoners. Like, I think the zoners who have to deal with that move are still SOL. But I think other characters are like, okay, bud, I'm just gonna hold down back and just, I'm fine. Because once I get in, it's not a big deal. And if I block it, then you're punishable. She can still surprise you since it's a low. And it's a really fast startup. But yeah, I don't think it should be punishable. I don't think that all those nerfs are deserved, but whatever. I think she's still really good. I'm probably going to go to her. Or I'm going to start learning how to play her after the balance patch, I feel. Unless they nerf her to the bottom tier. I'll be like, okay, well, sorry. Vayne, I'm sorry, bud. You kind of suck. I did not have a lot of experience playing Vayne until Texas Showdown when I first fought him, like, on a competitive stage. And that character is so linear. That character is, like, laughably linear, and he just chips away at your health. When people saw that one special, I think they kind of were like, oh my god, look, he can absorb your moves and then just dish it back out to you. That's so scary. And, I could see it, you know? I could see the vision in that move. It just sucks that everything else of his is, like, so inconsistent. Like, he has to jump in the air, spin his little sword, and then knock it down on you, and, like, 2 out of 3, like, 4 of those are, like, unsafe on block, and I believe, like, one of them is punishable on block. Like, it's just, I don't even remember, because I don't remember the last time I played against this character, you know? Like, this character just stinks. He's, like, man, I just don't actually think he has anything over other characters. I mean, he can put a shield in front of him, that's kind of cool. Good luck against characters who, like, do, like, a million slashes, you know? Like, his specials are so bad. He literally has to throw himself in the air, and he has to set things up on the ground. He has to spend time. It's like Lucy if, like, it's like Lucy if he failed the putting things down on the ground class. Like, it's bad. Like, I feel so bad for Vayne. Vayne is, like, actually just bad. I might think he's the worst character in the game, actually. Like, these two suck. These two literally suck, kinda. I would argue, if I wanted to be a bit of a cretin, I would put Matera here. You know what, I'm gonna be a cretin. I'm gonna put Matera, like, at the end. Because I'm just trying to think of anything good that Vayne has, and I can't. I actually cannot. Like, oh, he has a special that, like, absorbs your moves and then just, like, throws it back at you, but, like, you usually are starting your pressure with, like, a light, and then you see him, like, doing his little charge post, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, he's gonna do that, so I'm just not gonna continue. I'm going to not engage with this boy anymore. And then it's just done. Yeah, no, this character sucks. This character at least, like, she at least has, like, she can at least zone people out, even though it's, like, not as good zoning. She's very linear. That's her biggest issue. These characters are all too linear. I think these characters don't have enough complexity in their toolkits. This character just doesn't get rewarded. Just like, good luck, bud. Good luck getting rewarded. Yeah, no. She can zone, but half the roster can just use universal mechanics to avoid it, and then the other half of the roster can punish her for playing the game. It's kind of sad, honestly. She's not, like, horrible, though. Like, she has a pretty good 2H. She can confirm into super off of anti-air pretty quickly. Or, so now it's not even a confirm. It's, like, literally you can just do super as an anti-air. That's pretty good. That's not half bad. You know I'm grasping straws when I'm doing that. Her ultimate arrow shots are, like, her reversal. She does have a reversal now with her arrow shot. It's like you have to use meter. Like, I think that, like, she's just so bad at playing the game when she's up close. Like, she has to spend the whole time, like, zoning you out, and then when you're in, she's like, oh, I guess I'm gonna die now. LMAO. Oh, I forgot to rank Eustace, sorry. Yeah, Eustace is here. I think Eustace is right top of B+. I think he's the best out of the B+. I think he is, like, he's, like, the most, yeah, he's, like, average. He's fine. He's good. He's goodish. Good setups in the corner. If he throws the little explosive thing on you, you can have a pretty good guess situation and punish them for trying to do, like, reversal or, yeah. And then he gets corner loops. His mid-screen game isn't very good. Again, we're going to refer to this. Characters that have all of these are top tier. I can say all 5 of these factors all belong to all of these characters. All of these characters in S have every single one of these checked off. Every single one of these is good. To an extent, right? 2B, you can say that 2B's ults are not, like, as like, insane as other characters, but, like, you know. Like, they're still good. They're still goodish. Yeah. I might even argue, like, if someone says, like, here, I'd be like, yeah, okay, but she's really good. But yeah, no. Cat. But, yeah, no, this character here, okay damage. Okay damage. Better Oki, not really. I don't think she has Oki. Has a form of Oki, I guess. Some form of reversal. She does have a form of a reversal that costs 50 meter. Better ults, not really. Better mid-screen neutral corner carry? Nope, not really. Her corner carry is not great. Her mid-screen neutral is, like, as good as a zoner can be in this game, which is, like, the zoners are all here. Yeah, no. I don't see the vision, buds. Like, I actually don't really see the vision. Oh, cheap viewer! Oh, you know I'm looking to get a cheap viewer. But, yeah, no, I know you were joking. It's just, I was just more so thinking, you know, because, I kind of want to say I was more so thinking about, I don't know. Eustace is, like, so close to being here. I think if Eustace had better ults, I think this is a conversation I've had, like, 7 times already. If Eustace had, like, better ults and a better mid-screen, he'd be, like, here. Maybe not as good as Veer. He's still not a rushdown character. Let's all be honest. Rushdown. You know, the game is kind of letting you know, like, what kind of characters they like. Like, if you're good at rushdown and spacing control, you are probably having a good old time with this game. Yeah, rushdown is really good in this game. I don't actually think, like, you can't be, like, a rushdown character and not be, like, at least solid in this game, you know? This is why he sucks. He's just based on setups, and his setups take, like, an hour. He barely gets any Oki. He barely gets anything. Sucks because she's, like, bad at, like... She's, like, mediocre. She's, like, the ultimate mediocre character. She's like, oh, man, I can maintain the ground a lot. And it's like, what happens when you get an no? But, like, when she's doing her rushdown, it's like, okay, shut up, Matera. I don't care, you know? Like, I'm not sweating when I'm playing, like, when Matera's rushing me down. In fact, I actually kind of am relieved when Matera's playing rushdown. You know, she's kind of annoying for Nier in some ways, but not really, because, like, the second Nier gets in, Matera's, like, just melts away. But I think that, like, I really like using her as an answer for Matera. Like, God, Beatrix is so good. Let zoners and mid-screen pokers play it again. Yeah, see, that's a little complicated. That's where, like, my complicated feelings come from. I think if they focus too much on laming out, the game will kind of lose some of its charm, because the game kind of feels like it's, like, it's very obvious that the game is appealing to rushdown players because, like, the fact that the gem system exists means that they want you to focus on rushing down. Like, the game doesn't really, like, enjoy just holding on the ground. Because I will say, Fairy was miserable when she was hard to approach. Like, characters when they're hard to approach, like, he was miserable when he was an Iron Wall. Like, I think if they throw a bone to these characters and make them better at rushing down, I'm okay with that. I just don't want the game to be more focused on being lame. Because I think the game is, like, way more boring when it's lame because of the simplified move list. I think, like, at least rushdown is, like, more entertaining for me as a player. Because, like, I think there are games where being, like, lame is fun, but I don't think this is the game for that. I feel like the new DLC girl will also be able to rush down. Versusia? I played her. She's very, like... Am I allowed to say? I think... Oh, yeah. They said you're allowed to talk about her. Okay, cool. Because I was making sure. Because I played her at Evo. I got to go to the booth and play her. She seems very grounding-based rushdown, which is really weird. Like, she seems like an Iron Wall, kind of. Yeah, I could talk about the demo. I was like trying to remember. I'm like, am I saying, like... Because I know I can't, like, you can't disclose certain things, but I'm pretty sure, like, talking about the demo is fine. I remember it saying on the thing it's fine to talk about it, just don't take bad quality pictures, was the only request. Which, fair enough. But, like, I think Versusia will probably be pretty good. I don't think she's going to be, like, amazing. Depends on what direction the game goes. Balance patch hopes, right? I actually think this is one of the best 1.0 games. I'm not even kidding. I think the negativity around the balance is a little surprising to me, if I'm being honest. Because y'all remember, I know Blue does, right? Y'all remember Granblue versus 2.0? Like, vanilla Granblue Fantasy versus 2.0? Do you remember this character? You remember the extra tier in Granblue Fantasy versus 2.0, where it was just this? Remember this? Did you all have fun when this was a thing? When it was this? Was this really a good time? Were we having fun with this game when it was just this? You remember when they had a tournament and there were like 48 Belial players in top 64? Was that entertaining to you guys? Like, you can argue that, oh, it's boring when we see Nier on stream, but it's like 3 Nier players who, like, make top 16, which, like, okay, but, like, 3 Nier players versus, like, 14 Belial players, you know? Like, we have it good right now. Oh, people maining him were having the time of their life. That character was so fun, but, like, it was, like, just, the game actually felt bad. I actually think Granblue versus 2.0 was just a bad game. I actually don't think that game was good in any shape or form. I think they made it a bad game, and I think Granblue versus 2.5 or 3.0 or whatever, the one where they added the move where it's like, it's like X Factor. I think that just made it worse, if you ask me. They just made it duller. Because it was like, I'm gonna just tap the 2 buttons, boop, and then they get, like, they get buffed and, you do way more damage. Like, it was so unfun for me. I was not having fun with that game by the end. I remember I was actually, like, thinking about dropping Granblue in general. I think Rising is, like, the best thing to happen to this game series. Like, I actually think this game is better than a Granblue Versus was for, like, the last 2 years. I think that last 2 years of that game were miserable. Yeah, like, it was, like, so unfun. I actually am so glad that, it's over. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Trying to look for, like, footage. just like trying to figure out. It was like 2022, right? Was when Belial was broken. Maybe 2021. Oh, yeah. Evo. Oh, wait. Evo wasn't a thing at 2020. I forgot. Oh my god, we actually don't really have footage because of 2020. Holy crap. That's so crazy. That's crazy with how many people want vanilla back. It's so much the P4A versus P4AU dates. It so is. You're so right. Like, you're so right. Like, P4, this is actually the same thing. But, like, the difference was, like, Granblue versus, like, 2.0 was just a straight-up bad game. It was so bad. Like, I actually think Granblue versus 2.0 was a really bad game. Let's see. What was the event? Oh, Arc Bravo. Yeah, no. That was just a bad game. And yeah, we don't really have a lot of footage. I just, you know, I actually just realized that. Because, yeah, there was a pandemic. Upload date. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. No. No, sir. Yeah, I guess that's just lost to time. Oh, Arc World Tour. Thank you. Well, sure. Maybe I can find something. Because I have to find, like... Because that, yeah, that was, like, when the pandemic actually happened. Yeah, we just don't have anything. I could just, I guess I could show, like, video. Hold on. Let me turn... Let me just check, see if it's right. Okay, we're back. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, this is stupid. He had that stupid command grab. That move was effed up back then. That move was so effed up. The fact that it was plus on block. Remember when that was plus on block? Oh my god. Like, this game, like, just looking back at it, like, 1.0 I think was a really good game and was in the step in the right direction, and I think 2.0 just was just such a bad game. I actively really disliked Granblue 2.0. And I think I actively did not like Granblue 3.0 all that much either, because I felt like the stuff that they added was a band-aid to a deeper problematic issue with the game. What the hell is Gohan doing? What's Spider-Man doing here? Like, yeah, no. We're in a much better place right now. Like, think of it this way, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters are excellent, right? 8 characters are really good in the game, right? They're the best characters in the game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arguably 10, 9 to 10 characters. Maybe people can say UL's B+, actually. But 9 to 10 characters in this roster are really good. Like, extremely good. Like, any of these characters up here, I think, can win a tournament. Like, over here on the bottom half of A, I think you need to have another character. I think from Narmaya, or from Anila and under, you probably need to have a second character. But I think if you play Narmaya, Braun, Cagliostro, Vera, and Beatrix, you can win tournaments with them just by themselves. And I think all of these characters up here, it's a lot of good characters. And then the B plus characters are still good. They're not bad. They just don't have as many toys as these characters. They're still good. Like, the unnoteworthy characters are from B to C. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are only 7 characters in this entire roster that are not very enticing compared to the rest of the roster. But, like, look at how many good characters there are. Yeah, like, there's just so many good characters in this game, and I think that's what's exciting about the game for me. Like, I actually think this game is very well balanced. And I know there's a conversation that I play Nier, but, like, I mean, I said the game was well balanced when I played Cat, you know? And Cat was not particularly great, you know? When Cat was, like, here, like, I still thought the balance of the game was really good. And I will stand by it. I actually think the balance of this game is really good. And I think I don't really want them to try to change the game to appease to people just complaining online. I think there is so much to enjoy about this game. And I kind of feel a little sad sometimes when I see how much people hate the balancing of this game, because I'm like, yeah, I get this, and this. They're really, and this, and this, and this. They're really annoying to fight, right? I think, like, these top 5 characters in particular are really annoying to fight. I get it, but I think the fact that there are 5 really good top tiers says something. It's not just 1 or 2 characters rocking the roster. It is 5 characters being extremely... I'd say 6, actually. I think Belial's in the same conversation as him, but I'm putting him in the stop downplaying tier. But I think, yeah, no, I just think this roster is really cool. The fact that the top characters are all very unique in their rushdown as well. You can say they're all rushdown characters, and I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Siegfried's just an all-arounder, though. I think he's also really good at being lame, but I think the fact that all of these... So is Nier. The fact that all of these characters are just really good says a lot about how good the balance of the game is. It's like, it's so fun, right? Siegfried is a different kind of screwed up. Nier is a different kind of screwed up. Lancelot's a different kind of screwed up. Jita, like, Six, Belial, Zeta, 2B, like, all of these characters have different approaches for rushdown. And I think just because a game is rushdown oriented doesn't mean the game's stupid. I think if you think rushdown is stupid, then yes, the game is stupid. But just because a game's based on rushdown doesn't mean that there's no thought put into playing offense. A game being rushdown oriented should in fact encourage you to be better at your offense, you know? If you have crappy offense, it's not gonna, like, take you very far. If you just, like, mash your face on the stick, it's not gonna take you as far as you would hope, right? Because it's like, if the game was really just rewarding people being stupid, then, like, all the tournaments would just be, like, random guys. But all the people who win are very consistent and very good, so, and they've been very consistent and very good when their character wasn't, like, top tier, or when they were playing a different version of the game. But matter of the fact is, this game is really well balanced, and I think if you're playing any character from A tier to S tier, I think you're going to have, like, the time of your life. I think B plus tier, mileage can vary, but if you find a character that you really stick with, in B plus tier, they'll probably be a lot of fun. B tier is like, yeah, no, they kind of struggle. Maybe there's a list of better characters you can have, and then I hope they make Vayne a character at some point, because, man, I still have not bought the character yet, and I feel like I'm not missing anything yet. I'm just saving up, like, the in-game currency to buy him, because I don't feel like buying him with, like, real dollars. So, yeah. Look at that. We made another tier list. I hope no one yells at me. Okay, I'm gonna post. We're gonna post. Okay. Thank you. Alright. And if you're in S, you. There we go. I saw quite a few people hype for Bane, and then they're like, "What the hell? Why can't I enjoy this game like everyone else?" And I'm like, I don't know. Oh, I was gonna compare it with my other tier list. Hold on. Like, don't look at my DMs. I was posting something funny. Ignore my cringy DMs. Okay. Let's see. I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow. Okay. So I put 6 at 4, and I put Gita at 5. Yeah, actually. Okay, so S tiers are still the same. I put actually most of my tiers are actually the exact same. Like outside of like maybe a couple of shifts. Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit. I might be a little bit feeling the supply if I for some of these characters actually. B plus. Yeah. Wait, hold on. I should not be putting. Yeah, I'm a little biased. I kind of hate fighting you all, but yeah, no, this is a little better. This is a little better. But like, how many people play Lowain? I want to put Lowain here too, but I actually think no. Okay, should I? Okay. Everyone, should I put Lowain in A or B plus? It's all your guys' votes. I don't want to. Let's share the blame. If people tell me shut up, Nier main, I could be like, no. The lovely people on my stream, B plus. Okay, sold. The fact that I was doubting my placement meant that I knew that he should have been in B plus. Cause like, yeah. I think Cat is definitely like here. Here we go. Lowain is right next to Eustace. Yeah, that's what I think so too. I think they're both really good. They're almost an A, but I don't think they're quite there. They're just missing a couple things. Yeah. Because the mid-screen game that Lowain has is not, like, the same as these guys. Yeah, y'all are right. Yeah. I think mid-screen really defines who's in B+ and who's in A. Part of me wants to also put, like, Beatrix, like, here, but I think that her nerfs, like, put her here at the top of A. If, like, her ultimate was, like, not punishable on block, and her, like, specials didn't become, like, her writing specials didn't all become, like, way more unsafe than maybe, but okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think Beatrix is still good, but not near the others anymore. Yeah, me too. I think before the nerfs, Beatrix was like here. I think she would have been part of the Sinister Six, but now I think she's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's still in top 10. I think if you're in top 10, you're doing good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Well, what do you know? I think 2B is definitely S, though. I think that character's so screwed up. She has multiple things that only she can do. But I think I had fun with this one. I hope everyone enjoyed my hearing my thought process. I have a lot of thoughts. People might be like associate me with like, ah man, let's throw our gut to the wall, teehee, and throw our bodice into the walls and play aggressive. But like I put a lot of thought into like how I play aggressive. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, no, I had a lot of thoughts over the year. I think this game is great. I think I am very happy with where the game is, and knock on wood, they don't pull a Granblue 2.0 ever again, because this game is in a really good place, and I love how aggressive and how fun it is. It's so rewarding. It does require a lot of forethought. Like to play like very aggro. It does require forethought. For some people, not everyone. I think there are just people sometimes who like literally just got off work and they're like, I'm going to mash every button because I just got off work. I don't give a crap, and they're doing great. Or there's people who compete and mash like buttons, but that doesn't mean that they're like worse, you know? Oh, I forgot to mention, yeah. One thing I forgot to mention, a small thing, is also top tiers also just get to mash better than everyone else. I think Nier has one of the best mashes. Siegfried, like all these characters are really good at mashing their way out of things. All of these characters are good mashers. Some better than the others, but yeah, good mashers. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright. What's today? Today's Tuesday, right? We'll have another stream at some point soon. Probably tomorrow? Let me open up my chat. We'll see who we want to host. Oh, who is streaming? Oh, go say hi to my friend. Raid Daburai. If you like this video, you can subscribe or follow or whatever. I'm not your mom, but thank you. No, thank you for watching and chatting. I really appreciate everyone. Always cool to see people coming back and returning faces. Always cool to see new faces. I really want to make this channel into something I can really have fun streaming. So